It's a new world. It's a new beginning. It's a new world. Welcome back, guys, to yet another video on this channel. If you guys are new here, my name is Sansful, and this is going to be a Let's Play New World series. I decided for myself that I wanted to make a new character and go through it and kind of give my tips and tricks as to what I did leveling my other character. Because if you guys don't know, I already have another character at level 60, but I kind of want to go through the story again a little slower, you know, maybe reading some of the text, figuring out what the lore is, you know, understanding a little bit more about the world, and I just want to give it a little more relaxed of a view. Because I at most times I felt like I was rushing, so this is my chance to get back into it and relive the experience of New World leveling one more time. Now, this is going to be the first episode of I don't know how many. If you guys are wanting more of these, if you guys are excited for this, you know, series, make sure you drop a like on this video, and also, of course, subscribe to the channel because there will be more. Obviously, this first one is going to be more of a beginning, very early beginnings, but let's get into it. I hope you guys are excited, and yeah, let's get into it. Now, what I did, obviously, as I started out, well, my first chance was I rushed through a lot of it, right? Because I'd already played the closed beta, and I played the open beta as well. So a lot of what I did was very, you know, I already had an idea of what I wanted to do. So that's kind of why I also wanted to do this, but let's see.
You, come closer. Your captain needs you. There's something wrong. I'm not feeling right.
Okay, what happened?
Devil storm. What in the nine hells was that about? And where is my box? I need my box. Did you take it? You build rat.
I didn't take your goddamn bucks, my man. Yeah, see, I don't have the bucks.
Something isn't right. To come so close. It's not fair. What's happening to me? I can't die. Not like this.
My man's disintegrated into corruption. Well, let's look at what we got. All right, we got a little shield. We got ourselves some food. Babbity boobity. All right. Let's restore some health. All right. Nice, nice. So something that's, you know, something that I looked at, obviously, very early on from the beginning. I already knew what weapons I wanted to go for, right? I knew what the playstyle I wanted. I knew exactly what I wanted to do, so I kind of already just went for some very specific weapons, and I went for the bow and the spear. So this time my leveling experience is going to be a little bit different because I've learned a good amount of stuff going through the the whole process of getting to level 60. Now, what about you guys? Have you made it to level 60 already, or have you, are you still leveling? Are you still getting up there? We had a community poll the other day, and it was a very split decision, but make sure you guys leave it down in the comments below how far you are, how you're enjoying the game, like what you're getting into. Are you enjoying the PvP, the PvE, whatever it is? I'd love to hear about it. I love talking about this game. It's such a good time. It's been such a good time for however many hours I've played it so far. And it's been great. It's been absolutely amazing, and I hope you guys are enjoying the experience as well. I think this game has some very good potential. Obviously there are a couple different things going on at the moment with a lot of bugs and a lot of, problems in the game, but I think it's a very good start. Now, we're walking up here to see the landscape. Beautiful scenery. Beautiful scenery. I like this title card. I was like, that's a good introduction to the game, you know? And then you would imagine, oh, we're done with the tutorial, right? No. We got a little more. So there are a lot of different playstyles that you can actually pick and choose in this game, and some are better than others for leveling. But when it actually comes down to it, you know, what you guys gotta focus on is your enjoyment of the game, you know? We have this guy here again that we just saw disintegrate, and now he is very much corrupted with a flaming sword. I want the flaming sword, my guy.
You would have been better off dying at sea.
Block his attacks. Boom. Boom. We got this. Yes, sir. And then we get sniped. Oh, no, we're fine. We're fine. I promise we're fine. We didn't die. We didn't die. Of course we didn't. No. We're fine, guys. There is nothing that happened right there. You didn't see anything happen. We are more than alive. We're fine. There's nothing wrong at all. Alright, see, we're just fine. Nothing happened to us. Alright, let's get on to it. So, we have spawned in Monarch's Bluffs. So, there are a couple different areas that you can actually spawn in. And, oh my, that's a lot of marauders on this realm. Alright, well, I'll accept it. Let's get into it. Let's go over here, see what our quest is. So, something that I can tell you guys right now that is very, very important from the get-go. Food and potions is something that you want to be focusing on very, very heavily. Because as you're leveling up, I'm telling you right now, getting absolutely everything that you possibly can is a very good idea. Anytime you see one of these notes, right, a lot of people would click E and they would read the entire thing, but what you can actually do is you can click T and then you don't have to read it, and they give you a good chunk of experience, and it's a very good idea anytime you see these to read them. You can also go through and actually read these notes and see what they say for some lovely lore stuff. But it all comes down to what you want. Early on, right, we are obviously in the first leveling spot here. What I recommend is you don't spend too much time here, because this is not really where the action happens. You want to get through the early levels and the tutorials of this game, because that is really important. Now, a couple different settings that I recommend that you guys put on to have yourself a smoother leveling experience is you go into your gameplay settings, click escape, click settings, and then you go down here. Now you will see under gameplay, HUD show vital values. This one will show the value for health and other vitals in the respective bars. This is not really this is pretty important, because you can see how much you know, health and mana that you have at all times. Then this one is contextual fading. This is not something that is really nice, but I do like the fact that it always shows weapons, because if you do not have this on, then you will not be, then your weapons will go away. You don't know how long your cooldowns are, and you can't see what weapon is. It's just nice having it there and not having it go away. And then there's also this one, show extra ability cooldowns. This will basically give you a little in the middle of the screen. I'll show here. Right behind my character, you can see that little thing that says Q, and it's counting down how long the cooldown has left. Now, it's in the middle of the screen, which is a little better than having to look over to the right. Now, obviously, it's not that much of a problem, but it is something that will make the experience just a little smoother. Now, let's kill some of these guys, and let's get back to turn in the lovely quest. And I'll give you guys a couple tips as to what you can do very, very early on in a second. Now, we are coming back here to turn in our lovely little quest. And something that I would recommend, because I know this is going to come right after here, is this guy is going to want us to make us... But this woman, is going to want us to make ourselves some tools. Now, in this game, you have a couple different tools. You have a harvesting sickle, you have a skinning knife, you have a mining pickaxe, and a logging axe. And these things are going to be crucial, because now this is going to be very overwhelming for a lot of people. It was for me in the beginning as well. There are 17 different trade skills in this game, and they work very well together. So it's not there are 17 different trade skills, but a lot of them work very well together, and some are needed to do the other ones, so some will level up very nicely together. Now, early on, you want to make sure that you get yourself every single tool, because you want to be able to actually collect all of the things that you walk around. So let's collect a little bit of green wood here. We obviously cannot chop the trees down yet because we don't have a logging axe. So we are going to collect some bushes to get some green wood, and then obviously pick up some flint here. And this flint, if you are going to be wanting to go for a bow, is something that you will need to craft arrows. So I definitely recommend that you guys go and get yourself a couple you know, stones of flint here, just to make sure that you have enough to craft what you want. We're coming over here, getting a little more green wood from these bushes, and then we'll craft ourselves a full slate. Now, there is also fishing in this game, and fishing is something that a lot of people definitely don't really pay much attention to, but there are also people that enjoy the fishing part of this game. We are not going to be fishing that much because it is not super crucial to our leveling experience, but it might be something that we do later on in the game, obviously in the series. So let's make one of each of these, a flint mining pick and a flint harvesting sickle. Boom. And then let's craft a logging axe. Yep. And then let's craft a flint skinning knife. Now, you can also see that there is the wooden fishing pole, but we need fibers for this. And the way to get fibers is we need hemp, which we cannot get close by. So we will equip all of our different gathering tools here to be able to use them on what we need. All right, there we go. Let's turn in the quest. And we have all those. Very, very delicious. Now we need to hunt a single boar here. We are now, something that I will recommend is that you guys kill a couple of these boars, because food is something that is definitely required, and it will also level up your skinning a little bit. Now obviously very early on you can see that the skinning process of these boars does take quite a while, so if you don't want to hang around and do it for many of them, you don't have to. You can move on, because it does take quite a while, and doing these first couple of quests is going to bring you along and will get you a little better on the tools. So I definitely recommend that you guys focus on that as well. But you know, it's up to the individual. What I think you should do is you should let this game drag you in whatever direction that you feel comfortable with. If you want to get dragged, you know, to one corner of the map for whatever reason, just do it. This game leaves you so many opportunities to get sidetracked, to follow a rabbit hole, to do whatever it is that you desire to do, and there's not really, you know, there's not really anything pushing you to get, you know, to catch up, right? A lot of people might be wanting to play like that, but I definitely recommend that you guys take your time, you enjoy the experience. Even if you can only play a couple hours a day, you should just focus on what you enjoy and take it from there. Now, depending on what kind of weapons that you want to use, there are some of these things that you want to go for more. But something that's important to realize is until you are level 20, you can respec your attributes at any time. So whatever you pick, it doesn't really matter that much. And also when it comes to these weapon masteries, which is going to be where you pick abilities and upgrade your weapons, you can respec them for free until you get to, I think it's 10 in the mastery. So you can try out all the different abilities, you can do a couple different builds all the way up to, you know, pretty far into the game before you really have to make any big decisions. And when you do have to pay for it, it's gold that you have to pay for respecking attributes, and it's going to be as of, which we will not get yet. Now obviously this is very important. If you guys do not know what this is, if you're new to the game, or if you're just starting out a new character, this is territory standing. Now, territory standing is going to be for each of these individual zones that have a color on them. There are also the high level zones here, but these do not have a color because they cannot be claimed by a faction. So what this means is, you can see we have the number 1 in Monarch's Bluffs, and we get to pick a couple different things here. Now, it won't be the same options. It's going to give you different options every time you get your territory standing up by doing content in the world. It can be quests, it can be other town projects, and I'll show you guys those obviously when we get to a city, and it can be whatever that you find. So the things that I would recommend that you guys go for is going to be territory standing. More territory standing, because the max level on these are going to be level 300, so you can get a lot of this. The experience gains are not really worth it because you're already going to be getting a lot of experience from doing your activities in the world, and you will not be able to refund or respec these abilities. So it's very important that you pick some that are going to be worth it. The gathering one is also going to be pretty good to get, but I would recommend you get the territory standing for faster levels in these. Now, continuing on here in our quest, see we have another note here. Click T, boom, get that done. Very nice, very nice. Have a guy pushing some life staff things at us. What's up, my guy? Write a little message to him. Hello. What's up? What's up? Oh. Just chillin'. Started a new character. A random level 20 guy. The thing is, obviously having help from a high level... Having help from a high level is not always going to be a bad situation, but the thing is, you will one-shot a lot of these mobs, and having the experience on your own is also going to be, you know, probably the better option. But we'll let this guy tag along for now if he wants to. Maybe he's just, you know, wanting some companionship, hanging out, chilling, whatever it is, and we'll let him do it for now. Maybe, you know, that's what he wants to do for his little thing right now. Let's go over here and do another quest. Don't know why he's helping me in this zone here, but he is, so we'll take it for what it is. So something that I also will tell you guys, which is actually pretty good, it's something that a lot of people don't really realize early on, is the fact that on your map, if you want to be able to see where something is specifically, like obviously here, if you're this zoomed out, it's going to be hard to see where your quests are, but you can actually zoom in and you can see exactly where a certain thing is. Now that isn't going to work always, because you might have some kill quests where it's just showing you a location. Now for those, you can see that there's a little striped line, or not striped, I guess dotted line, that will outline a certain location for you. So when you pass between these outlines here, it will throw you into whatever next location there is and give you another name for the zone. And that is something that, you know, you have to consider if you're doing specific quests, and it is something that you definitely have to pay attention to every once in a while when we do get into the higher levels. We're gonna leave this guy in the group because we don't actually need his help here early on. Do appreciate it, but we do not need it. Oh, my guy was collecting a little flower there. Let's see, we have one thing over here. It seems that it's going to be the one up on the ship, actually. So let's go up on the ship. Hop up here. Now I am gonna try and obviously tell you guys about every single thing, you know, every tip, every small tip and trick. But if you guys have anything that you you think is a good idea to actually, you know, put yourself in the shoes of, and obviously have a little bit of a tip for any other new players or any, you know, any intermediate players, people that have been playing for a little bit, you know, just drop it down in the comments below if you have anything that's interesting. If you have anything that you want to throw ahead in the bunch, make sure you do that. I love to talk about it. Let's get over here and turn in this quest. Now, if you guys have made it this far into the video, something that I would love to hear from you guys is, what do you prefer? Do you prefer the long-term content where I drag it out and we talk about it and we go through a lot of quests together, and I have it in more of a almost like storytelling but also kind of podcasty way of going through my leveling experience and talking to you guys about what we do? Or do you want, like, would you rather want short form content where I push the video down to a 5 to 10 minute video where we go over quests and the, you know, the quick shoot off on fast things like, oh, do this and do that to prolong this and that, and we'll just do a bunch of quick cuts from quest to quest, and it'll be a much faster and not really as in, you know, immersive experience. I like the long form content because I get to have a conversation, I get to talk a little bit, and maybe bring forth a little bit of thought into you guys's you know, experience of playing this game. Oh my god, I've been very used to how quick you do harvest things and you chop down something like trees. And looking at how slow this is, it's actually crazy how much faster things get throughout your leveling experience. And it is not something that you will really notice as you level up, because the increases along the way are not going to be super big. But going from the best things in the game to, well, the first hour of playing is definitely a very, very big change. I didn't even realize it was so different. We actually have to go in to the cave down here, it looks like. So we'll do that. Oh, there's an interesting spot over here. Oh, that's the level 5. Now, obviously, these first couple of levels here are going to be very quick. It's something that's, you know, is not going to feel as great when you get up into the higher levels, because you're going to need, obviously, more and more experience as you get further into the game. And it's something that you really, you won't really start seeing it before you get up to probably around 30. But it is something that is definitely pretty crazy in the beginning. Let's kill a couple of these pirates here. It seems like we need to go over here through this little veil here. Kill these guys. Bop. We're not doing much damage to this veil here, huh? We are not doing much damage to this one. Bop. Bop. There we go. Let's go through. What do we got? What do we got? Defeat the corrupted captain. Alright, so it shows that he's going to be right here. And we can also see that we have a weapon chest here, so I would imagine that he is going to spawn right around. Oh, there he is. Oh, we have a server restart in 12 or 11 minutes. Well, probably around that time, or probably before, is when we are going to cut off this first lovely episode, and we'll see what you guys think about it. Oh, this isn't good. We had a lot more attacking us there than we actually wanted to. Alright, let's go out here and turn this quest in. Let's do it. We have also been going for a while now. And we don't want to keep it too long, because we do want to cut it into segments and have you guys enjoy multiple forms of content. And if you guys have made it this far into the video, I appreciate it. Love you guys. Thank you very much. And I mean, obviously, if you made it this far, then you are enjoying the series. And yeah, I mean, again, if you guys are enjoying, if you guys enjoy this type of series, if you guys enjoy this type of content, make sure that you let me know, and then I'll definitely work on making more of it. So we will make our way, hopefully in time, over to this settlement here, which is going to be the first city that we can get into. And I will go over a couple different fast tips and tricks for you guys very fast before we actually end off this episode and move on to the next one. Pick up this quest on the way, of course. We will not do this quest straight away. We'll go into the city first. And the reason that I actually want to do this is because in this city there is going to be something called the town project board, and there's also going to be something else, but we can't do it yet, but that is going to be the faction missions, but we will not be able to do those yet. But we do want to see what is going to be on the town project board, so we are going to be moving into the city to see what we have. This boar is attacking us. Oh, we're good. We are good. And also because we might be able to get ourselves some side quests in here that will also make us go out into the area, into the territory once more, to be able to actually, you know, do a couple more quests. So we are going... Oh, here we are. We're almost here. We are going to check this out before we do anything crazy. High on Hemp. What a company name. I like it. I like it. And what we are going to do is this little icon here is going to be representing what the inn is. Now, if you guys don't know what an inn is in this game, that is basically like a recall point. Is if you've played World of Warcraft, it's like a Hearthstone. It's basically if you check in to the place, you can, anywhere in the world, you can click on the city and then you can say recall to inn. And then it will, from anywhere in the world, teleport you back into the city, which, you know, depending on what you want to use as a hub for your leveling activities or your playing activities, you want to have that guest registration entered in, so you can use the recall to the city that you like. Now, this is going to be the town project board. You can see town upkeep right here. Hunt free wild bisons. This is going to be a very hard one because there's not any close by. There's going to be acquire and deliver 15 energizing light rations, and there's going to be acquire and deliver 5 tadpoles. So a little fishing, a little food making, and then potentially killing some bisons. It's nice to have those quests because then if we do pass by them or if we feel like doing them, we have the opportunity to, and then we can bring them back into the city. Now we got to level 6 here, so that's very nice. Yeah, we did commits. Alright, we got another territory standing. What are we going to pick? Now, obviously, something that is very important in this game as well is you have storage capacity. Now, in these cities, you have a little thing called a storage shed, and you'll be able to see this little icon on the map. And it looks like that right there. And they look the same in every single city. And what these guys have is they have a basic storage capacity of 1,000 weights, which is pounds in this game. And you can put anything in there. You can see the weight capacity of your own character from the beginning is 200. So having this is very, very good. Now, you can only access this if you are in the city. And later on in the game, there are ways of accessing and getting contents out of this. If you are part of the faction that owns the town, but we'll go over that when we get to it. So that is something that you definitely can think about. Let's go turn this quest in. But the thing is, the reason that I wanted to talk about storage is a lot of the materials and a lot of the things that you're going to collect in this game are going to weigh a lot, and you want to leave a lot of these things in the cities that you pass by because you will need them. You will not, it's not a good idea to throw a lot of things out hold on to them, save them, especially the crafting reagents. The best thing out of these three is the crafting fee is not that important early on. The trading tax rate is basically what they take when you sell something on the trading post. So I recommend going for the storage definitely early on as well. Let's turn this in. Probably have a couple of different armor pieces. Yeah, we do. Let's put this on. We have a heavy... No. Alright. So something that is also something that I'll talk to you guys about before we actually end on this episode is the fact that you have something in this game that will determine how fast you're going to be moving. It's pretty important to think about because it determines your playstyle. It determines what you want to do. So there is light, medium, and heavy weights. Now, if we put on this here, you can see equip load is now normal. So that is going to be meaning that our dodges are going to be like this. We can only slightly jump forward. But if we put on this and we go back into light, then we can roll. Okay? So the lighter you are on your weight capacity with your gear, the more movement freedom there you're gonna have. And now, obviously, you can also see this heavy piece of gear is going to have a higher armor rating, which means that you will be harder to kill if you wear the heavier armor, but slower. If you wear the lighter armor, you will be, you know, you will be much faster but easier to kill. So that obviously also depends on what kind of weapons that you want to use and all of that. But we are going to be ending this episode right on the dot here before we go any further, because this video has already been going on for a while. It's a good experience. I love this. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and yeah, again, if you liked it, make sure that you drop a comment, a like, a subscribe on the channel. Let your friends know, let your cat know, let your grandma know, let everybody that wants to play this game know that this is a series, because I will be going over the most, you know, a little more casual, relaxed way of playing this game. And yeah, that's gonna be it for this video, this episode of this series. And I hope you guys are looking forward to the next one, because I am. But until then, see ya, guys!